Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Shazzy Dopes. You can just call me Cheryl, Shezza, Shez, whatever works for you, yeah? But basically, yeah, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing something a bit different. I'm going to be reviewing an album, the album F the World by Brent Faiyaz, one of my favourite artists, if I'm honest with you. I've been listening to this guy since like 2017, since I found him. And you know when you find the artist that you love so much, but you want them to blow, but you don't want them to blow up because you want to keep them for yourselves. He's that artist to me, and with the release of this new album, there's no way he can be kept a secret. Even his previous albums also, like, he's just phenomenal. I feel as though I have found another artist that really resonates with how my mind thinks or how I feel about the world. So for those of you that don't know Brent Faiyaz, he is an American artist, originally from Maryland, but he has based a lot of his time, especially with music, in LA. So in a lot of his songs there's references to LA, because that's like where he went to establish himself or get things really kicked off the ground. And if you listen to his music, you will know that the general themes that tend to come in his songs are this idea versus me versus the establishment, like us, the alternative kids, versus them, the mainstream, everyone that's trying to do it the same, versus people that are comfortable and confident in having a niche and thinking completely differently. And a lot of his songs really resonate with this kind of us versus them narrative. But there's also this kind of the word isn't rebellion, because he's a free kid. Like, yeah, it's not, the word isn't rebellion, but it's just like a rejection of the norm, which is really cool to me anyway. Like, he's a really cool kid. So yeah, let's just get into the album review. Skyline is amazing because, sorry, I'm just moving my laptop. It's amazing because there's a lot of sensitivity going on in the narrative, and it's probably why it's my most favourite on that album. In terms of the production, there's like a strong use of soprano at the beginning, so he comes in with a very high pitch, which I would say Brent Faiyaz is very consistent in terms of a lot of his songs. He'll either introduce his high pitch at the beginning or at the end or in the middle somehow, but in terms of a variation of tone, he is awesome in doing that. Sorry, I'm just trying to do my button up. And the song that follows that, Clouded, let's hear a bit of it. It's not my favourite, if I'm honest.
Everybody talking about R&B shit. I'm just talking me shit.
Did you hear that? Everyone talking about R&B. I'm just talking me. Yeah, basically, I don't know, that song didn't hit me. It didn't hit me as much, maybe because for me, I feel like there's a lot going on at once, but I can hear a lot of his frustration on what he's saying, because in this song he really addresses himself as an independent artist and just trying to do him and stay him and keep true to him, which is very consistent of Brent Faiyaz. So what do I want to say about this artist? I think one thing you guys need to know, that if Coming of Age was an album, it would be Brent Faiyaz to produce that album, because I feel like that's the general consensus for some of his songs. Not necessarily the coming of age into adulthood, but the coming of age into realizing who you are and what you stand for, if that makes sense. I don't know what I'm saying, but let's get into it. Where are my glasses, please? When I hear this song, I need to stumble.
Fuck the world, I'ma walk in erection. Spit without a thought, we do it right.
If you listen to Brent Faiyaz, you probably a bit of a stunner. You probably like to flex a little. Let's keep it real, okay? Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs in this album. The production is awesome. This whole mixture of a very slowed down version of him and a very softer version of his voice, and combining the two consistently, clashing them against each other, just works magically. And I don't know if you guys have seen the video for F the World Summer in London, which is a really dope video. It's shot around London, so I'm not sure if it was him during a time when he was here for a tour. It wasn't. It was probably when he just came to see London because he thinks it's a cool place to be. And some places that I recognise in that video are Shoreditch. So there's one where he's like near Shoreditch High Street and he like says hi to people that recognise him. So it's a very authentic video really. But what I love about this song is his arrogance in it and his cockiness of knowing, yes, I'm that guy. I know you think I'm cute, baby girl. I know you think I know how to dress. I know you think I got a nice voice. I know you think I'm sweet, but I'm also low-key a savage, okay? I think you cute too, but this ain't trying to be anything. I'm just trying to hit it, bang, and bye. One of my favorite songs after that is Winter in Paris, also known as Rehab.
I got too many hoes, but they ain't.
But yeah, the production of that is absolutely insane. Like, and I just love how vivid it is as well. I feel as though I'm in a jazz club and it has this like really musty, muggy atmosphere, but there's such a vibe in there. It's really weird. Like, I don't know how he does this, how he plans the instrumentation of his songs, because it's quite genius really. So I'd say the tone for this and F the World London are quite, if the tone, the theme is quite similar, kind of ish, but in Rehab he has an addiction to a girl, right? He says, if you ain't nasty, don't at me. I've been working all day. So there's actually a music video for this where he works for this girl. He sells drugs, I believe, and she has an addiction to drugs, but she also has an addiction to him. The song is generally about someone who has an addiction about someone else that has an addiction. It's very weird. It's basically saying, yeah, we're kind of messed up, but let's try and make this work anyway. You're not good for me, but I like you. Yeah, and the video is pretty cool. And in terms of the production of it, I like how there's a kind of jazzy sound used at the beginning. So we hear like a bass violin, we hear some strings going on at the beginning. A lot of the songs on this album I can't dance to because they're all quite slow. I mean, I can move around, sway, flex, whatever, but in terms of like dancing, I can't do that, apart from this one song which is called Lost Kids Get Money. Ooh, did y'all hear that? Ooh, you work? I can plug you with connects, okay? This song is literally like the epitome of, I know that I'm the ish. I mean, we can argue, but I know that I'm the ish. It's a great song, and I think in terms of the general theme, this idea of my gang is wavy, we do really cool stuff and we're known in our city for it. It's a bit of a contrast with his song Gang Love from Sonder Sun, which is where he also talks about himself and his group of friends just starting up and doing the things that they wanted to do, and him being reflective of that. And I think from then till now there's just been this huge transition of growth and different experiences. So I guess now Brent Faiyaz is still very niche, but he I guess, as an artist, in terms of his popularity, he's gained a lot more attention, and it's reflective in some of the things that he says in this album. He sees his growth as an artist, and he sees that he's becoming, I guess, a lot more accessible to people, or visible, I should say, to people, and that is made very evident in Lost Kids. Lost Kids Get Money. I think for me, some of the songs that didn't really hit it for me were Been Away. I just listened to this and I was just like, y'all can make a decision on that song, but I don't know, I didn't connect to it. I wasn't a fan of Make It Out either, or Bluffing, yeah. But I still really enjoy this album. Like, there's not one song you skip. Fair enough, not everything on here is my favourite, but I wouldn't skip them. I'll let them play. I don't know if that's just because I like Brent Faiyaz, or because I think he's generally really good at what he does, and I trust his songs, or I trust his ability to deliver. So yeah, that's what I'd like to say about Brent Faiyaz, really. And if I'm comparing this to all of his other projects that I've heard, is this the best one? Sondersun beats this album. I think F the World is litty, but Sondersun, I feel like the album is quite timeless. I feel it's more timeless than this. Although there's bangers on this, I feel as though Sondersun is timeless because A, we have a variation of sound from Brent Faiyaz, and I think I really enjoy his music now. He's one of my favourite artists, as I've said, but when I first heard Sondersun, I just discovered him, so I don't know if I'm attaching that nostalgia to who he was then and the songs that he made then. But what I loved about that album is that in each different song there was a different narrative, and you could hear how young he was there, and this idea of fame and keeping your own sound and mainstream and being niche, these were all like first-hand realizations. And yeah, so I don't know, I think Sondersun will always be a great album, and my favourite song on that album is So Far Gone, also known as Fast Life Blues. Yeah, which is actually a really sad song, but it's awesome. In that song he also talks about LA. There's a song literally called LA, and he talks about the struggles of being an artist starting up there, and maybe people not taking him as seriously, but look where he is now. Do you know? And Gang Over Love, sorry I said Gang Love before, Gang Over Love is definitely one of my favourites. Again, there's lots of nostalgia in that song for me, so I would say Sondersun is a better album. I think his best, but this is amazing, like phenomenal. Like, even chart success proves it, okay? He's actually, I think, is he #1? He's had like 30 million streams of this album, okay? So there's no denying that. It's absolutely incredible. But for me personally, I would say I prefer Sondersun as an album, but I still think this is absolutely amazing, and I'm really excited to see where Brent Faiyaz goes as an artist, and the sounds that he continues to produce for us. But one thing I do hope, Brent, if you are watching this, please, 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 please keep your sound. Please stay independent, and please keep fighting just to be alternative and not giving a damn about the world and how people do things in the world, like how society wants people to be. So that's what my message would be to Brent Faiyaz and to anyone that's watching this. Yeah, this has been a mad music review. I've never done one before. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and please like, share, subscribe. My house phone went off. Thank you. Bye.